Hey guys, right, so weight versus body fat. Now a lot of people approach me, talk to me about the advice for weight loss, to lose weight. Now, when you step on the scale, the weight that you're presented with, the number that is on there, is made up of a few different things. I'm going to try my best to see if I can name them all. Bone, organs, muscle tissue, stored glycogen, which is carbohydrates, inside the muscle tissue, water, body fat, undigested food. Maybe you ate like a couple minutes ago, it's still in your digestive system. I think that's everything. But when you step on the scale doesn't differentiate what weight is what. What weight is allocated to bone density, what weight is allocated to your muscle, what weight is allocated for your body fat, etc. Now, in actual fact, what you want to do, you want to lose body fat. Okay? Now, in order to lose body fat, sometimes, you will gain weight. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that you're going to go and you're going to eat everything and anything under the sun. I'm not saying for you to go on a McDonald's diet. I'm not saying for you to eat pizza, ice cream, all the good shit that we like to eat. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, by simply playing about with your macros is protein, carbs, and fats. By simply playing about with your macros, you can lose body fat, which is what we want, not weight. However, on the scale, you've gained weight. Now, what's that weight? What is that weight? Muscle. Now, especially for the newbies, people who've never trained before, they live the sedentary life. They just sit down, maybe an office job or anything like that. They go home, they sit down again. They don't do much physical activity. An individual like that, an untrained individual, you put some weight training to that person, all of a sudden, they will start to gain muscle, good muscle. If I remember correctly, I think it's the first year when you're training, you can practically go and do anything, any style of training, it doesn't matter. You can play about with weights and you will gain muscle. You will develop size. You will develop a better physique than what you had. Now, whilst you're adding muscle is calorically expensive for the body to hold on to. Which means that by adding more muscle on your frame, the amount of calories that you burn at rest doing nothing is increased. Now, yeah, there's going to be some people that's like, oh, yeah, but it's only increased by a couple calories, maybe 10 calories, whatever bullshit. Look, at the end of the day, if you burn 10 more calories per day in a week, that's 70 calories. 2 weeks, 140 calories. And then in a year, I'm not even going to do the maths, but you get where I'm going with this. The fact that people kind of, we talk about doing this and then someone tries to up it and say, oh yeah, but it's only this. Look, even if we can move from here to there instead of getting here, right? That's still progress, right? So now by building that muscle, all of a sudden, you have calorically active tissue on your, calorically expensive, tissue on your body. Your metabolism is raised, your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Which means that doing simple things such as walking is now even more of an effort for your body. Which means that you can burn the body fat. But your weight might be more, your weight might be even the same. Something that I've found is with individuals who gain weight easily. This goes for body fat. I'm talking about body fat. People who gain body fat easily tend to have quite a easier time gaining the mass regarding muscle tissue. Now, I'll give you an example. I had an individual who came to me, wanted to he'd lost a lot of weight, done mainly caloric restriction, and a butt ton of cardio, right? Didn't really touch weights and all that, and wanted to just kind of get stronger. And he said that it would be nice that whilst he got stronger and started to sculpt his physique, it would be nice to get rid of some additional body fat that is kind of lurking about. It's great. So he came on board with me and I trained him. Now, I have different ways in which my clients measure their success. One would be the scale. The scale is normally done with me. I jump them on the scale in the gym almost every session, and we kind of work from there. Second way would be taking pictures. I prefer weekly pictures, but not everyone's gonna remember to do that or want to do that. So whenever I kind of remind them, we get pictures done. But there's a picture before, and then after a few weeks, I would say, let's take another picture and see where we're at. Third way, measurements. I get them to get a little tape measure and measure around certain areas of their body. And then the final way, the fourth way, which is quite a personal way, would be them giving me the feedback on how their clothes fit them. Because obviously, if a particular t-shirt is kind of tight around the arms, around the shoulders, but kind of loose now around the waist, we're going the right direction. So kept jumping him on the scale, and he would fluctuate maybe about 1 kg. There was a few times when he fluctuated 2 kgs, but he consistently got stronger in the gym, and I, as the trainer, can actually see the progression of the muscle. Now, he was quite a big guy. Used to be quite a big guy regarding body fat. It wasn't until he had finished 20 sessions with me that I had looked back at his before picture and his recent picture, because he was quite a private guy, didn't really want to share the pictures and all that, which is fine. I don't care. But he was so content with the results that he showed me the pictures, and I was like, Jesus. It genuinely looked like near enough a different person. Stomach had gone down, his shoulders were out, his biceps were out. And I'm not talking about I took a guy and I made him Phil Heath. No, he wasn't Mr. Olympia. But with very minimal changes to his diet, because bear in mind, he had already done caloric restriction and a buttload of calories. In fact, I got him eating more food, but within the right ratios. His body fat had gone down, his muscle mass had gone up, but on the scales, he had lost a kg. Now that didn't look like a kg loss. If you were to just look at this person, you'd say, "Raw, you lost weight, man. You look good," but he also built the physique. So this is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people are focused on this weight loss. The minute the weight starts to creep up a little bit, they get really scared. It might be a point that, okay, someone's doing a caloric restriction and they're still not losing weight. So they restrict themselves even more, right? Now, what's actually happening is you might be losing muscle because we're losing weight. Might be losing muscle. Now, the same way that by building muscle makes the body burn more energy during its day-by-day activities, if you're not feeding the muscle, right, and the whole use it or lose it thing, then in actual fact, you're going to lose muscle. Now, by losing muscle, all of a sudden, there's not that much calorically active, calorically expensive tissue, which means your BMR starts to go down a bit, which means the calories that you burn doing nothing or doing your everyday activity becomes less. So please, 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 first and foremost, let's get it right. We're looking to lose body fat, yeah? And at the same time, don't freak out if the scale goes the other way. Use other ways of measuring your success. If the scale goes up a bit and it's muscle, it's going to be beneficial. Unless you genuinely want to lose weight, then don't focus on it, as far as I'm concerned. We can use the scale as a tool, but at the same time, make sure to use other tools to make sure that you get a good idea of where you're going. Let's not just focus on the scale. So there we go, guys. Weight loss versus body fat loss. Focus on body fat loss. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Check the description, loads of links in there. And as always, train hard, keep it live, and get that dirty pump.